Do you ever feel like you are constantly fixing problems? Does your family call you the fixer? Do you always have the answer or a solution? Maybe you're like me and you pride yourself on being the master problem solver. Recently, I got stressed out about managing how my son would get everything he needed to school. He has a heavy backpack full of books, plus he's a baseball player, so he has all of his gear that he has to get to school every single day. He's got 2 heavy bags to carry, plus extra clothes for practice, and his lunch. Not everything fits in those 2 bags, and of course he only has 2 hands. There is no way that he's going to be able to do all this. But there is also no way that his mom can help him carry his stuff into school. Hey, this is Suzanne. Welcome to the Daily 15. In today's episode, we're going to talk about every woman's gift for problem solving, why it makes our mental load so heavy, and how to lighten the load before we get crushed. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the weight of your mental load, today's episode is for you. Grab your coffee and let's get started. As women, we carry this invisible load each and every day. No one knows all that you think about, everything you try to process and prepare for every day. And it's not just your stuff. It's also other people's expectations, needs, requests. Your mind races trying to keep everything straight and just hold it together. We don't want anyone to know we can't do it all. But that's not the real problem. For many women, we get so good at carrying all the things, we start to pick up things that aren't really ours to carry. And after a while, the load begins to slowly crush us. I want to take a moment to interrupt our discussion here to talk about why it's a problem for us to carry this heavy load for too long. We start to notice we can't think like we used to. We lose focus easily, and we hit mid-afternoon, and we're completely exhausted and foggy. The weight of the load is causing our brain fog. And again, that just adds another problem that we have to fix. But there's good news. You can address the brain fog and lighten your mental load. With some simple daily habits, you can clear your thinking, regain focus, and feel like yourself again. My new workshop, Your Brain's Not Broken, It's Just Overwhelmed, will help you discover these daily habits and make them work in your real life for real relief. It might be the thing that you've been looking for. And I'll share more at the end of the episode. But for now, let's get back to the story. So I'd been worrying about how my son was going to carry all these things for a few days, trying to find the right solution so I could tell him how to do it and once again save the day. That's what moms are for, right? So when I mentioned it to him that I was trying to figure it out, he calmly replied to me, "Mom, I've got it. You don't need to worry about that." This stopped me in my tracks. First of all, I assumed that it was my responsibility to figure this out, just like I did when he was little. But he's not little anymore. And second, I never asked him about it. I just figured he hadn't even given it a second thought, and I wasted precious time and brain energy on finding a solution to a problem that wasn't mine to fix. Does this sound familiar? Are you a fixer like me too? As women, we're created with the ability to spot problems and solve them. And we're really good at it. But sometimes we pick up other people's problems without being asked. We have the best of intentions. We just want to help. But the weight of it all is more than we were made to handle. Listen, I know you might be thinking, well, my situation is much more critical. And you're right. There are situations that are way more serious than how my kid will carry his stuff into school. You might be dealing with a family member who's in a serious health crisis, who really can't make decisions for themselves. maybe it is really, truly life or death. Or maybe it's a problem at work with your company's top customer. And if it doesn't get solved, everyone could be out of work. Those are very serious situations. And they need our voice to find the solutions. So there is a place. I'm not saying that we give up our problem-solving skills altogether. We need them, and they're powerful. But there are also varying degrees of problems that we face. And it's important that we learn how to determine how we respond and where and when we respond. And sometimes it's a little fuzzy, and that's okay. We're not perfect. We're just trying to make a little progress towards a mental load that's a little easier to carry. You will always carry more because that's just the way our world is. That's the way our lives are. But I want to give you some questions that help you figure out how you need to respond and when and where. How do we know when it's ours to pick up and when we should just leave it alone? The next time that you feel the urge to fix something, I want you to pause and ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, do they really need my help? Or is this actually something that they could do for themselves? I find that this really comes up with our kids, with things like household chores. I talk to so many other moms who just do it for them, assuming that they can't handle it yet. And then I hear other stories of moms who were pregnant and on bed rest, and they taught their toddler how to push the buttons on the machine so they could get the laundry done while they laid on the couch because they were trying to grow another human. Sometimes we forget what our kids are capable of. But it doesn't just happen with our kids. As we get older and our parents get older, sometimes we overstep there too. I had a conversation with a woman recently. Her parents are getting older and they're going to be moving out of their house into a different space. And she was really concerned and overwhelmed with scheduling and how to make herself available to help. But she'd never asked her parents if they needed help. And what she found was when she asked, they told her they already had it figured out, that they had hired a moving company to handle everything. So that's question number 1. Question number 2, did they ask for your help? Maybe they just need to talk through it or vent about the situation, and they really didn't need your help or ask for your advice. I find that this happens in my kitchen just about every day. Often when my husband is talking about work, I feel like I need to find a solution. Now, I don't work with him. I know some about his business, but I don't know the ins and outs of what happens in his office. And yet I'm trying to formulate solutions when all he really needs to do is just vent about the day and feel like I'm listening. Maybe we have that with our friends too. Maybe your friend calls you with a relationship problem, and instead of just listening, you automatically give her an answer or advice about what you think she should do. So question number 3. Pause and ask yourself, do you have an easy fix for this? If this won't take up precious time and energy, and you've done this a million times before, it's okay to share what you know. I think this is most used when we're just chatting with our friends and they're venting about having to make dinner one more time and they just don't know what to make. And you've got this great, easy recipe that your whole family loves, and you share that recipe. Or you're talking with a friend and they need a good doctor, and you've got a great doctor that you love, and you share that information. Or maybe you hear of someone who needs a basic need met. Maybe somebody's looking for work clothes and you've just cleaned out your closet. Or maybe somebody needs baby toys and you desperately need to clean out that playroom. In these situations, it's perfectly wonderful and perfectly appropriate for you to step in and offer the solution. Your fixing skills are important. Your friends need them, and your coworkers and your family. You are needed. And I know that deep down, you just want to be helpful. Those are all good things. And I'm not saying that we should toss out our gifting as problem solvers. But just like being in the sun too long, your problem solving can become a problem. Using these 3 simple questions will help you take a moment, help you to see what you do need to pick up and help with, what you should probably put down that you've been carrying, and the things that you just need to leave alone. And friend, you'll start to feel the weight of that heavy mental load begin to lighten. And less load leads to clearer, sharper thinking and less brain fog. And isn't that what we all need? If you're listening in today and your mental load leaves you feeling like your brain is broken, my new workshop might be just the thing you need. The struggle with brain fog is real, and for so many high-achieving women just like you. We often struggle to ask for help. There's feelings of shame, and like you should just be able to handle it all by yourself. And that's exactly why I created this new workshop. Your brain's not broken, friend. It's just overloaded. In this 5-session private audio series, we will dig into the daily habits that help you reduce brain fog, eliminate decision fatigue, reclaim focus, and restore your mental sharpness starting today. Along with the audio sessions, you'll receive a downloadable workbook with some additional resources in each session and a brand new option for my workshops. Grab the VIP package for a one-on-one 30-minute implementation session with me. In this session, we'll discuss any questions you have from the sessions. We'll create a personalized daily reset plan and help you make this a habit for life. You'll find the link to register in the show notes below, along with all of the details and a limited time offer for my podcast listeners. So why an audio workshop? Most of the women I work with are super busy, just like you. So an audio series allows them to listen on their time when it works best for them. And with 60 days access to the audios, you have plenty of time to schedule your listening and learning time. And why did I add a one-on-one implementation session? I love to help women make what they learn work for them in their real life. So often we learn, but we don't get around to the implementing. And I want you to get the results that you need today. So if you're done with struggling with brain fog, decision fatigue, and a lack of focus, this workshop is for you. Don't miss this special offer. Register today. Thanks for joining me. If you're ready to create margin in your life and a sustainable rhythm built for you and your family, you're in the right place. Until next week, take your daily 15 to create margin for what matters most.